Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Cancer for the month of January 2021. It is a general reading, and so that means that it won't resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. So if this doesn't sound like your story, then simply check your moon sign or your rising sign. Your messages could be there, and if not, then check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Let us begin. We're going to go directly to the heart of the reading. And here we have the card of the dark. And so this card represents living in the dark. It can represent denial of something or red flags being ignored. It can also speak to unwelcome surprises, hidden things that you don't see coming at you, like out of the dark, secrets, even self-deception. It came with the volcano, so this is something that was building over time that you were unaware of, is what I get from these cards. Something that just built up to, it's like, I feel like it came at you out of the dark. Okay, it's something that was building up within the other person. Now, again, like I'm saying that this is you who was in the dark, and this is the other person, but it can be, the roles can be vice versa. All right, so I'm just reading it one way, but know that it can be the other way also. So the other person, something just kept eating at them until it actually exploded. But you were unaware of it. See, you don't even see it. You did not see this. It came out of the dark. And now you're in this Nine of Wands energy here. And you're feeling very defensive. You don't really know perhaps how to handle this challenge. You're clearly unhappy here. I feel like you could be frustrated, possibly because you don't know where to look, or because you didn't see this coming, and now it's just hitting bang like this. And it's like somebody could have suddenly lost interest in the relationship and walked away. And you're like, well, where did this come from? Because the Ace of Wands in the reverse, it can be that they didn't get, possibly, they felt they didn't get the return on the relationship. They were discouraged. Yeah. Okay, so and so it's just like you go from up here to down here. And it's like, what happened? Okay, so what we want here at the root is we want to restore order to this situation. Okay, of the Knight of Swords who exploded. Okay, he exploded and he walked away. Three of Wands reverse. He was waiting on certain results, or had specific results in his mind that he expected from that relationship and felt he didn't get it, he or she. But if they don't tell you, how are you supposed to know? It could be that way, that you just didn't know about it because they didn't really speak up about it, but they expected you to know about it, if you know what I mean. Or it could be somebody who was in denial, who didn't maybe didn't think it was as bad as it was. Maybe noticed the other person was somewhat irritable, but maybe didn't connect the dots, or never thought that this would happen or that they would do this. Now, what we see here is now it's happened, now you're facing it, and now you just want to put an end to the conflict. Okay? There could have been, before the explosion, there could have been a lot of struggles, a lot of little arguments, which probably ended with people just, walking away, nothing really solved. And so it just kind of built and built and built. There's a restlessness around you, wanting to settle this, wanting to restore or recreate this order. But it's like you're trying to solve like what happened, with this person. You will find your answers to that in the past. Go back and look at them. Okay? Look at all of the little incidents that have happened. We have the cat at the bottom of this deck, and that does speak to mystery. So you are, in somewhat of a mystery because you haven't yet figured it out. Things that are hidden. And then we have the intellect here. And this speaks to the delights of the mind, the plagues of the mind, depending on, surrounding cards. It can be illusions, how we think, plan, solve problems. Somebody could have just been in denial about the problems or how bad they were. It speaks to the ability to reason or to understand, to know the difference between what is true and what is false, what is fantasy, illusion, and what is reality. The Temperance card with this 9 of Cups and 2 of Cups in the reverse. So we see that there was struggling, and somebody is trying to figure out how or if they can heal this. Now, it does come with the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups can be that kind of woe is me type of energy. It can also be that there is a need here, or that you're trying to keep your thoughts positive with regards to healing the 2 of Cups reversed, with regards to healing the issues, struggles, breakup. You may not have had it's like the person that walked away may not be showing any interest in reconciling at this time that you can see. Okay, I'll put it that way. Going within to try to find the answers. And we also have the High Priestess, who is also going within, because they are feeling alone, or they were feeling, that's how they felt in a relationship, like they were alone. So this is the person that did indeed walk away. So they felt alone, like maybe they had that good life, or they had everything material wise speaking, but emotionally there was that element that was missing, or that they felt was missing. And they may have kept all of these feelings inside, which, it's almost like, I mean, there's things that need to be worked out here in this relationship, where this person was not talking, and so how can the other person know what's wrong except for the little signals they pick up, from the way they're acting, but kind of shrug it off because they don't know how bad or how deep the pain might go, because the other person's not talking. You see, this was the problem here. And although the person walked away blaming the other person, they're just as much to blame because they weren't talking about it. You can't just assume that somebody knows, which is possibly what they were doing, was assuming that, well, they should know, So there was a need here to speak up about pain that they were feeling with that they were enduring, and it was going on for quite some time, because it's a card of endurance here with the chicken, and the chicken is about finding your voice, speaking up. But they didn't, and so it built and built and built, and ended up exploding. And the other person is like, well, where'd that come from? What happened here? And so somebody walked away from the situation, and I feel it was in that energy of that Nine of Cups, that woe is me type of energy, feeling really down. So they go away, they walk away and go off to think, but the other person, of course, doesn't know that they're leaving to go think, because they didn't talk about anything. They just left. And they left just like this, unexpectedly. They blew up and left. So they left with an uncertainty, a heaviness of the heart, as to whether things could be overcome or not. And I mean, yeah, as to whether the relationship could be healed or not, because you come up against the Six of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Swords in reverse is something that just kind of falls. It's like an obstacle that just falls directly in the path that you can't get past, The Six of Swords here in reverse is speaking to a journey within, and we also have the Hermit, who is off doing that, taking that journey, and we have the card of the Soul. It's almost like an energy of, where do I belong? I'm hurting. What can I do? What needs to change? Maybe it's a thought process or a way I'm thinking that needs to change. It's about, with the swords, can be about, it's time, like, to make a decision, but with involving a cool head. And to have that cool head, one has to go off by themselves and just reflect. But they don't tell the other person, so the other person's very worried, And so someone's ego could be bruised, maybe because they weren't getting the attention that they were expecting. If this was the other person, I feel like what happened here is really on their conscience. And because the reading speaks to a decision that someone took, or yeah, a decision that someone took, or an action that they made, a move they made, excuse me, um, that is on their mind, on their conscience. That's bugging them. That's kind of eating at them. Um, so I feel like this all could have happened because of attention or lack of attention. That's what I'm getting. And what that person's expectations were. And they were expecting to have a lot more attention from you. And they never spoke about it. They kept everything inside. They felt, I suppose, that you should know. So what we have here is communication. This will come at you because this is not over yet. This will come at you kind of unexpected, again, out of the dark, because if you are the person who's in the dark, you don't see this coming. Okay, because because you think that it's over, they're gone, that the passion died, that they've lost interest in the relationship, but they haven't really. They're just hurting, and so they're coming back. Let me just a second to look at these cards. We have an Empress, and this is about, it can be about new beginnings, but it is also about strength that comes from the heart for the love of. It's words and actions from the heart. And so somebody is coming in here to express words from the heart. It is coming with a cup card here. I feel like they're coming forward to talk about the emotions and the way that they felt. It's like they may. It's like this. All of this stress and anxiety happened. It didn't have to happen, is the thing. It didn't have to happen if this person would have opened up. So there would be changes that need to be made with how they, with regards to them holding in their feelings or leaving them to bottle up until they explode. Communication needs to be worked on in this relationship. However, it is not over. There is a new offer coming with regards to this situation of something taking a turn for the worse, Yeah. And so we have, from the Gaia Oracles, we have the Winter's End, which is a card of regeneration, rebirth, and a positive outcome. It signifies new growth, and you may not even know it, but the new growth for this cycle has already begun by this person's sudden willingness now to open up and talk about things, okay? And you may not yet be aware of it, see, because you are in the dark, remember? But this cycle, this new cycle has already begun. A very cold, gray period of your life is coming to an end, and a new season shall begin. This is a very lucky and prosperous period that is coming in for you. Many things that were previously not possible now will be. Doors that were previously closed will now open. There's possible travel here for someone, and or a very positive outcome. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.